Alright, so I'm continuing with my screencasts, and I am going. We're going to skip Go for now. We're going to do the 30 days of code, but we're going to do it in C++14 on Hankarak. So, pretty much we are working in Hackarank. We're working in hackerrank.com, and it's the 30 days of code, and we're doing the arrays problem, just for, shiznits and yeagles. Right, so here's the problem with defined objective. Today we're learning about the array data structure. Check out the tutorial materials and instructional video. Given an array of n integers, print a's elements in reverse order as a single line of space-separated numbers. Okay. What's all this code? See, one of the things that always bothers me, it's like you start a HackerRank thing, and then there's like a ton of code here. And the first thing is like, okay, why is there all this code already here? You want me to do this? I'll do that. But what's up with all this code? So here we have a loop. So there's a vector array of integers. It's n long, which n we get from here. And then this stoy r temp I, string to integer, conversion of an array item, and the array item is stored in the array. So all this wonderful stuff here is just to create you an arrays. Right? So what you want to do is, after all this hoopla, is here you want to go ahead and you want to print out the array backwards. So the magic that we're going to do, we're going to paint a happy little tree here. We're just going to paint a happy little tree. Really? Why can't I just reverse? This is one of the things I hate about working in a website. Oh, okay, I'm working in a website now. Gosh, I gotta be careful, eh? What's going on here? You want to reverse a brief attempt to dude, you know what, man? Why don't we make I equal n I is greater than or equal to 0, and okay, I see the problem here. So what you want to do, is you just want to do n minus I. And before you do that, I want to say n minus 1 minus I. Okay, and then what you can do is you can just walk the darn thing, and you just go for const, I believe it's an int, and it's a member of the array, and we just want to see out the int and a space, I believe, something like that. Is that not the case? Oops, sorry. The member. Okay, let's run the code. Run a code. Oh, We congratulate her. Oh, it's very good. Alright, so that's day 7. Let's see if it works. We passed all the cases. Alright, let's move on to the next obnoxious video. Next challenge. Dictionaries and Maps. Okay, so what's the problem? I gotta learn how to pause this thing without going over here and pausing. We are recording. Alright, keep short looking here that we can pause. Alright, so I'm going to pause again. And basically what we've got here is we're setting up a map. The first input value is the number of elements in the map, and all preceding values after that are actual searches. So the expected output is that if there is a result, the map is printed with an equal sign, a key value. If there isn't, a not found is printed. That's it. So let's actually take a look at the code now and see what we're starting with. Because like the last problem, I just changed the way they built stuff. But, oh, look at that. There's no code whatsoever. How is that even possible? Enter your code here, read input from standard in, print to standard out. So it seems that like the last problem had all that setup in there to actually read it and do it, and this one doesn't have anything in here. So remember when I was complaining about all that code being there? It's actually it was useful. It was doing stuff. So that's the interesting point. So I think one of the healthy things to do is actually to go back and grab some of that code, because I don't want to write it again. So let's do that. Let's pause and go back and get that code. Alright, so we copied in the code from the previous problem, and we kind of got a bit of a head start this way. I was looking at C++14, but I didn't like it because the map is not included. So maybe C++14 has a built-in map, or a different way to make a map using vectors. But that doesn't matter, because what I want is map, so I'm going to just choose this and let it be included. This seems more intuitive. And then so what I want to do here is, now I need to read 3 lines. So we get the number of lines that we need to read from here, and then we just count for that number. So we're doing lines, and we're doing 3 of them. And when we get a line, and we split the line, okay. And what we do when we split the line is there should be 2 elements on the line. The last element would be the value, the first element is the key. So what we can do for our map, which by the way we should have instantiated here, string is fine. So 2 strings, and as we were saying, insert this will give us a map. So this is just to build the data set. Next we have to read lines, and they're going to be queries, and we actually have to determine whether or not a number was found or not. So let's just get rid of all this except for the return statement, and we'll start once again by reading lines. So this probably I need to look up. And then we just do map. Ah, shoot. Okay, this is a found case, so literally you just want to go ahead and print the key and the value here. So That's the not found, and what I need to remember here is let me pause for a second. Actually, no, let me not pause. What I need is already in my code base because I've been working on this today because I needed to get better at maps. And that is simply the proper way to reference in the key and the value. So we know Shiza. No idea what that was. Old habits. Okay, yeah, so a couple of things here. Okay, let me look up get line. So I think I was overthinking it, and the way I was doing it originally was fine. All right, that did it. So I don't know why I forgot that get line would work as. Anyway, so there's the saying that nothing is easy, so that's why that was actually pretty easy. So what was the trick to day number 8? Right, build upon your previous code. Number one trick. So take what you learned in day number 7 and copy paste it, and then make the modifications for day number 8. And the main thing that you want to understand for day number 8 here is that you have a map. How to use this map? How to first declare it? So you have to include map. In my experience, I don't know why C++ 14 doesn't have it. You include the map. You define using template what the types are of the map, and there it is. It's declared the variable m. So we talked about reading the actual data first, depending on how many lines there are. The first input is the number of lines. Then we read and we build the map with using insert. So it's just an assumption that there will always be coherent data, and that we can break it, split it into two parts, and those two parts will be the key and the value. Um, then we start processing the queries, and those queries may be an arbitrary length. The main point is that we want to go ahead and keep reading them until they're no longer there. We look for the query using the hash map. This is how you check if you have a result, just if it's not equal to the end. If you didn't get to the end and not find it, then you have a result. So if that occurs, this is your result. You just access it and you build the string this way. And you don't have a result, you build the not found result string. That's it. That was day 8. Like again, the real challenge was to copy paste day 7, because look at all this typing you would have to redo, and including this part here where it's like, oh, setting that up for you. They say a good programmer is a lazy programmer. So here you want to build. All right, day 7, day 8, that's done. Thank you for watching.